welcome back to the channel. This is Vallone's RC Hobby, and guys, what do I got in store for you today? Yeah, look who's in the back seat. It is the King. Why do they call him the King? No, not that King. This King, the ARRMA KRATON King. Yes, I picked up the 1/5 scale EXB Extreme ARRMA KRATON Basher, and if you guys don't know, I did have the V1. The first instance I saw that thing online, I ran down to my local hobby shop over here in Cruizin RCs in Hohokus, New Jersey. It's like the closest one for me where I live in New York, so it takes about a half an hour or so, 45 minutes to get to this place. But this guy hooks me up all the time. Whenever he gets them in stock, he gives me a shout, and I run on down here. So it's a beautiful day here in New York. It is like, I don't know, 55, 60 degrees here. Beautiful sunny March 2021. And I'm in my 61 Volkswagen Beetle, if you don't hear the little engine. And I figured I'd go pick up this KRATON. So, yes, this is the roller version. If you guys don't know, I know there's a lot of videos out there already online, and guys are already bashing with this thing. So when I got the V1, that comes all together, and it's $899, and you get the whole truck. You know, when you got to buy batteries, you're looking at over $1,000 for this thing. So the Extreme Basher, the roller here, is $699, but then you supply your own electronics, servo, transmitter, motor ESC combo, that sort of thing. Now, I'm used to just buying stuff ready to run, but I do like to tinker. I like to put in my own stuff every now and then. I did like the ARRMA Limitless, where I could put my own stuff in. That was really cool. So last weekend, before I bought this thing, I gotta tell you, I racked my brain on what I was gonna put in it. And at first I was saying, you know what, just for the time being, I'll throw in the stock system, which to me wasn't a terrible system. This was a system that was in the first ARRMA KRATON 5th scale, and it's the Spectrum system. Not bad, over 1200 kV motor, 160 amp ESC. It says on the box itself that it's meant for like 1/7 scale cars. I guess 1/7, 1/6. Not really a 5th scale system, but you know, if you put a higher pinion gear in it, your ARRMA KRATON's doing 50, 55 miles an hour. I've seen them on YouTube. You go up to a 25 tooth, and it's even faster. I've seen guys go even higher. Innovation RC was even higher. Stock out the box, he did 60-something miles an hour, 68 miles an hour, I think, with an ARRMA KRATON. And so that's with the stock electronics. So, but I said, let me change it up. And I was looking at, online about the Max 5 combo with the 800 kV, or going with the 1100 kV from Hobby Wing. And then there's the Castle system that's out there. So all that stuff that's out there, and I was just looking through forums and going through a lot of, YouTube videos and seeing what's the deal. But after like 2 days of racking my brain on it and kind of looking at things, I went to some ARRMA forums, and these guys were like, look, just stick with the stock system and put a 25 tooth or 23 tooth pinion in there, and you're good. The stock system's good. Why spend the extra money on something that's just going to make it a little bit faster? Yeah, it's going to have some more torque. Like if I'm going to do that kind of a system, if I'm going to go with like a Max 5 with an 800 kV motor, I'll probably do a 1-to-1 ratio pinion to spur gear, like a 39 tooth, which they give the option of in this. So that might be something down the line. But if I go with the stock system that I got now, and it's doing over 50 miles an hour on a 23 tooth, that's plenty for me. I'm going to be bashing. I'm not going to be doing speed runs with this, so yeah, that's it. So I kind of kept it on the cheap this time, and because look, these cars are expensive, and I think there's like kind of two worlds in the RC world when it comes to these kind of cars. You have guys that are into more of the smaller rigs, 16 scale, 14 scale, 12, and 110 scale cars, buggies, trucks, that sort of thing, and don't really go into this realm. Once you get into this realm, this is wide open now, and a lot of guys, figure if you're spending that kind of money on a car like this, why go with a cheap system? So my friend, my good friend Anthony from North Carolina was like, if you're buying a Ferrari, are you gonna put Sears tires on it? And I'm like, that's a really good point. But you know, in the end, I wound up coming back around saying, you know, the Spectrum system is not bad. It's not the greatest, of course, not the most badass, but you know, overall, the car itself, you know, you're getting a better model in general because it's beefier all around, beefier shocks, beefier chassis. So, you know, even with the Spectrum system, I'm going with a 23 tooth pinion gear, and I got some good batteries I want to show you guys that I found online on, I think, the ARRMA forums, ARRMA Army forums, that I got. I'll have to show those to you in a later video. They got a pretty high C rating, so the car should have enough punch and just be plenty for me to bash out the box from the get-go. So that is it. Yeah, guys, I can't wait to bash this thing and get going. I'll probably get on it hopefully sometime this week, and probably, you know, have some videos for you. The snow is finally melting here in New York, so it's starting to clear up. The snow mounds are starting to go away, so it'll be a good time to get out and thrash this thing around. So I'm so looking forward to it. I'm gonna probably go with a Dumbo RC controller that I have laying around, 4-channel RC, pretty simple. Just throw that into this car. And I did go with a better steering servo. Jason Perrin, he has a video on his Kraton V1 or V2 version that he bought, and he bought a 65 kg servo. So I picked that one up from Power Hobbies. I'll show that, guys. I'll show that to you on the screen here, what it is. And for $50. So hopefully it does what it's supposed to do, because the stock Spectrum servo, I think it was Spectrum that has that servo, if I'm not mistaken. It's okay, you know. It's a 6th scale servo. So to move these big tires, the tires are bigger on the new Kraton. So yeah, I think I need a little more torque on that servo. So I went with a bit better servo this time out. So I think in general, I did pretty well with this car. I kept it on a decent budget. You know, again, because I don't know if you guys know, but you know, I've been getting RCs to review, and I throw them up there. I get some stuff from Banggood, and I throw them up there. And you know, I as much as I love this hobby, I love it as a hobby, but I also love it as a business as well, or treat it as a business. So you know, I watch closely to my investments and see where my money's going. I don't want to get out of whack with certain things, because in the end, next year, there's another version coming out. So, you know, I know guys can go crazy with these cars, and they start, you know, putting a ton of money into them. So sometimes, you know, the biggest, the baddest is not always the best. So as long as I'm having fun, that's all that matters. And yeah, I kind of just watch my expenditure when it comes to this hobby, because it can get out of whack. And you know, when you got a wife and you got some other things going on in life, you gotta watch out. So I try to live in a minimalist lifestyle, if you don't know. So I try not to stack up too much stuff. But anyways, just wanted to show you guys this, and you know, I am super stoked to get this. I did sell my version 1, so I do miss that car. And this will be my only ARRMA that I have right now, because I sold the rest of them. And I'm really looking forward to bashing this thing. The weather's getting nice, and I can't wait to get out there and start tearing it up. But so anyways, guys, be on the lookout for future videos. I should be having like either a montage video coming out on this, or maybe I'll do even a build on it, showing how I'm putting stuff in this truck. And we'll get going, man. So please be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll be bringing you RC content like this each and every week. And please be sure to share this video. Try to get it out there, man. And yeah, trying to just contribute to the RC scene and feel like a kid again. Hell yeah. All right, guys. Take care.